welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make bags for creative people. And we have a bunch to talk to you about today. So, grab a beverage, have a seat, let's chat. We can be found all over as Toad Hollow NJ on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Facebook. You can also find our interactive Facebook page as
Crafting with the Toads. It's facebook.com/groups/the Crafty Toads. We will talk about that more later.
But that's a great place to go and post pictures of things that you're working on that may not be knitting related.
Yeah.
Or knitting counts too. It's just any kind of crafting. We also can be found on YouTube and on Ravelry as The Crafty Toads. And we have a Ravelry page that has all different things you can interact with. It's really nice that you guys interact with them because we don't. We set it up and forget about it. Okay, anyway, I think that's all the introduction, right?
Yep.
Okay, we have two dogs, Spike and Drusilla. They are our sidekicks, and you may hear them click, click, click away. We have bribed them with their soup bones. They are both done, so we will see how long this lasts, but fingers crossed. And we have two cats, Dudley and Tabitha, who might make an appearance. Somebody was just talking about us today and said that we usually get a butt shot from Tabitha, which sadly is true. However, all right. I think that is all I have to talk about.
Okay.
Carry on. The rest of this is on you.
Okay. Shall we start with knitting and stuff?
Sure. Let's
Because
start
you know
knitting.
what? We still knit.
Yes, we do. We have lots of other
This
things
may
to come.
shock you after the last several episodes, but we do still knit.
We do. Okay, so go ahead. I do not have an FO.
Okay. I do.
I have a new cast on.
And my FO is being gifted tomorrow, so. I made the paddle mitts by Tin Can Knits, minus the stripe. And I made them shorter than it called for it on the pattern, at the request of the recipient. So they are for my brother, who has arthritis, and it's to help him with that. So the colorway is honeycomb on our DK base. Super, super easy, fast knit. I knit them 2 at a time.
They're gorgeous.
On the same needle.
I think we just need to trim that. Or sew it in.
I have an end left to sew in. But really, piece of cake. I think I did it in about a week.
Yeah.
So
On top of everything else that we're doing.
Yeah, yeah. So that's about it.
Okay. All right. Your other set of paddle mitts, you're still working on, right? The ones that you're doing the orange
Yeah,
stripe.
I abandoned them to do these for a gift because it came about as a gift because the ones that I'm doing are slightly big for me, but they'll work. And I just thought my brother might be able to use them, but they were too long for him. He wanted them a little bit shorter down his fingers so he could actually use his fingers. It's mainly for when he's walking the dog and, having to clean up after the dog.
Right.
So that's what these are for.
Okay.
And his birthday is today, and we are seeing him tomorrow.
Yeah. My first knitting is a new cast on because we went up to Montclair to help my mom get her tree set up. We picked up my brother from Red Bank, and it was cold.
Different brother
really,
than the one
really
I'm doing.
cold. So he was outside with me, untying the tree and everything, and we're both freezing, and he's got his hoodie up and everything, and I thought, I'll bet he could really use a cap just for walking back and forth to work because he lives close enough to work that he walks back and forth, or just being out in general in the cold weather. Huge Mets fan. We got this. It's Leading Men Fiber Arts. It is, I believe, Monsters of the Midway.
Or
Monsters of the Midway. They call it Giants colors, no, Bears colors, the Chicago Bears colors. Anybody from the New York area knows it's the Mets colors, not the Bears. So my brother is a huge Mets fan. I am making him a hat. I am doing just a simple watch cap. 2x2 ribbon going around, and then it's going to be straight stockinette for the head because he's not going to want anything fancy, cables or anything like that. He's going to want something that he can shove in his pocket and pull down over his head when it gets really cold.
Also, we should point out, it's 5 days before Christmas that she has decided to do this.
That's when I do these, okay? So I cast on 100 stitches on a size 8 needle, and
You said you're holding a double?
it's fingering weight. I am holding it double, so it's more of a DK weight. Excuse me, I had originally cast on 104 stitches. I was doing it on a size 9 needle. I was doing 1x1 twisted rib. And I thought, you know, that's not the kind of hat he's going to want. He's going to want just a simple 2x2 ribbing and then stockinette. Just make it as easy and plain as possible. The colors are going to stand out enough. So I am doing a twisted rib, knitting through the back loop of the knits, purling straight through, just because I like the way it looks. He's not going to know the difference.
No.
He's not going to care as long as it works. I went down to a size 8 needle because I thought that the space between the stitches was a little bit too big because I want it to be fairly close knit.
Also, you thought the hat was a little big, right?
Yeah. The other thing is I'm not going down further than an 8 because I need to get this done because, 5 days.
I mean, holding it double to get it done fast.
Right. So that is my my first knitting, but hopefully I will be able to at least get you pictures, take pictures if I finish it in time for Christmas. We shall see.
I just want to say, I did do a twisted rib on the paddle mitts, and they didn't call for it, but I, like Mary Beth, I prefer.
I just think it makes
I love the twisted knit
the
stitch.
ribbing makes it look just a little bit more polished.
It does. It just
It tightens it up a little bit.
It tightens
so that
that knit stitch.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more polished. So I like that look a lot. Well,
Oh my God.
hello to you, Paige. From
It's been
Spike.
a long time since he had that much to say to Paige.
Love you too. Okay. Any other knitting
To do, yes.
that you're working on?
Started up again on my Carbeth because I had finished my obligation knitting. I had the mitts, and then there was something else that I'm working on that we're going to show next week. That I finally finished. So there goes my yarn. There goes everything. Everything is on the floor!
Just do it all down. That's it. We're done. Peace out.
Anyway.
Stamping out. Slam the door behind me.
This is my Carbeth. Drew's just like, yeah, enough of the drama, ladies.
Whatever.
What to say about my Carbeth?
Okay.
I am knitting it in 5 different colors. This is Le Rev. Le Rever, I call it. I shorten it because I'm on a first name basis with it. So Le Rever is the red. Hanging the Stars is the blue. And God, this is, I was knitting it last night. This is just a gorgeous color. This is midnight blue, and it's got specks of gold in it. Just every so often you get a gold stitch for the stars. And this blue is just beautiful. And I'm going to go into Christmas at Hogwarts next. And when I switch between colors, I marl. I do 3 or 4 rows of marling with the colors. So this calls for you holding DK double, so that you're essentially knitting a bulky weight sweater. So when I'm marling it, I'm taking one strand of like when I go into Christmas at Hogwarts, I have one strand of the blue and one strand of Christmas at Hogwarts until I run out of the blue. But I've still got another several rows before I switch.
At that point, yeah.
So.
Pretty. Very, very pretty. Drusilla has decided that this is the one and only time that she has to play with her dog. Okay. I am still working on my blanket that I am making out of minis that were last year's advent calendar from Cardinal Fiber Company.
So pretty.
This is where I am right now. Somebody commented
Love this color.
that peachy pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really pretty. I think I mentioned this the last time. Somebody mentioned that they're about an inch wide each, so that if you only have 24 colors, you're only going to have 24 inches. And what are you going to do when you get to the end and it's only 24 inches long? It did come with
She's gonna throw it.
a full skein of gray so that I can do a border in gray if I like. I also have our minis from this year that I can add to it. I happen to be on a first name basis with a dyer, and I have minis at my beck and call, so I will add lots of different things in. So that is where I am right now. I'm just, for the first part, I'm taking 10 gram minis that came in last year's advent calendar and knitting to the end. It is just garter stitch. I cast on 250 stitches. I'm on a size 5 ChowGoo, and all I am doing is knitting straight across and back and forth until I get to the end of the mini. I blend in the next color and just keep going. There's nothing fancy about this.
TV knitting.
It is. This is what I am doing at the end of the day when I'm so exhausted I can't think. This is the perfect thing for it. So that is what I am working on. That is my knitting. Okay. Knitting done.
Okay.
Next, what shall we do next?
Cross stitch.
All right, you've got an FFO.
I know, you guys. I finished something.
No, you finished it. FFO.
Oh no,
the
I
damn
finished
thing.
this thing
Back in the summer.
back in the summer,
Yeah.
and I finally FFO'd it.
How gorgeous is this?
So this is my Brenda Gervais wordplay for December, which just happens to be the month we're in. And Mary Beth said yesterday, why don't you just make a pillow out of it using some scraps? And we decided the scraps from my Bramble quilt top that I did match perfectly with the floss colors. So that's what I did. Just took the Jelly Roll scraps and did a back. I stuffed it with yarn because when we neaten up our skeins after we've dyed them, there are always extra bits, and we never throw them away. We literally have
shopping bags.
great big huge shopping bags that are just full of cut ends, just cut snips.
And there's nothing you can do with them.
Right.
They're about that long,
I mean,
so that you cannot do anything with
right.
them.
I mean, unless you're gonna magic knot all those babies together.
You could get one stitch in between each of the knots. It would be so silly.
We had played around with the idea of possibly putting some out for the birds in the spring for them to create their nests, but then we read something about saying, please don't do that because
there's something
the birds swallow them and it gets stuck in them. So that's not a good plan.
We don't do that anymore.
So, pillow stuffing.
And it ate them up, right?
Well, we had 2 small shopping bags, the little cup-sized bags, and they were half full, so I took 2 of those and then 2.5 shopping of those little shopping bags. But we still have a monster shopping bag that is just overflowing, and we're always going to add to it because. But anyway, and then we had some lavender because we have a friend who owns a lavender farm. So we had some dried lavender, so I threw some lavender in there too. So I have this pillow.
And now we're going to hang it on the mantle.
And it's going to go on the mantle because we have garland wrapped in fairy lights on the mantle. And we're just going to hang it right in the middle. We have a couple bells there right now, but we'll put this instead. And I'm so excited to actually finally finish something. It seems to be... Oh, here we go.
Hi.
She's going to give you a headshot first. It seems like this year has been a lot of fits and starts and not a lot of finishing. So I'm very excited to have something finished.
Yes.
Hello.
I have finished one of my projects. I have not FFO'd it yet, but I have finished it.
However, we're going to make a pillow because we have yarn ends and pillows.
This
Or you
is
can do whatever you like.
the Decorated Christmas Deer. It is from December 2019, Just Cross Stitch Magazine. that is what it looks like.
You just
I am doing this very
showed
fast.
the
so that-
pattern for everybody. to
Yeah, I
see.
know, but really,
Don't steal the pattern. Buy the magazine.
here you go.
So pretty.
Isn't that cool? I love
I
it.
love it so much.
Really, really love it.
This is like my favorite thing that we've between the two of us have cross stitched.
So he is going to be probably a little pillow like Helen's. And we will hang him on from one of the lights or something like that for Christmas decorations. I did it. I think I changed just about everything. And they had like 2 or 3 colors for the ornaments on the branches. I had leftovers from other projects that I had finished. So I had bits and pieces of floss left over. So I just mixed and matched and did everything.
But I love him so much.
Yeah, so do I. I really, really love him. Also, he is supposed to have a star up here, but I put it in the wrong place down here. So now he has 2 stars because I'm like, I'm not taking out those stitches.
I just love the colors and
Oh, yes.
he's got personality. It's just
It's really,
perfect.
it's a great,
Yeah.
great pattern. Okay, so the pattern is by, I'm so sorry, Evdokia Nikolaeva of Punachka. That is the designer of it. And it is called the Decorated Christmas Deer from December 2019 cross stitch. So yeah, so that is him. I just really, really love him. I will hold him up here so you can enjoy him.
He is worth the price of his annual subscription.
Yeah, he's really good. All right, that's that one. Next.
Okay. The only other cross stitch I have is last week I had finished my second farmhouse Christmas. And I stuck my hand in the bag and picked the next one, and I picked out Horsing Around. Let me take it out of the plastic. So that is Horsing Around, and I did not put it back in, even though it's not my favorite one out of them all. I was tempted. But I decided I'm ultimately going to do it, so just stick it out. So what I have accomplished is the border and then the snow on the bottom.
Oh, that's
I'm
quite
just
a bit.
about to pick up a color other than white.
Okay.
It'll be nice for a change. And I've been working on this in the morning and listening to my book, and I'm listening to a lovely book, so it's just
You're working out very nicely.
really a very happy time. Very happy memories to go with this block right now.
I am going to show the progress that I've made on the pet shop, but that is all that I am going to make on it until after Christmas because I'm not allowed to do anything knitting, cross stitching, or anything else until that hat is finished.
Oh,
So,
that's fairly strict.
well, it's got to get done. So it's just
Well, if you want to
buckle down.
impose these rules, we will just enforce them.
Yeah, got to buckle down. Sorry, I have to find it in my bag.
Until you start saying, I can't work, I have to finish my hat.
So here I am with what I've gotten done so far. For
Well, look, a lantern.
I know, isn't
It's
that
very
cool?
Narnia.
It is. And I think almost all of them have it. So that's where I am. I did the snow going across, and then I started the tree until I ran out of the green floss. And then I started doing the white of the building and picked up some of the brown of the building. So it's basically
What white are you using?
white.
It's really popping.
Well, it's this fabric.
Well, I know, but it's like this is popping more than that.
I think it's the same one. I don't know. Maybe not.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe it was, I don't know. I have no idea. I am taking what's in the bag
Guys,
and just putting
December
it
is not a good time to do anything.
in. No, December's very bad.
I was looking at, it was my polar bear. And I ran out of white floss, and I have no idea what color white I'm using.
Pretty sure it's grits, isn't it?
And I use grits for something else. It
It's
may
not
be
that
grits, but
Okay.
I've already got 2 different color whites on it.
Did you write it down?
Why would I do that?
For the most part, I write stuff
So
down
do
in
I,
my
but
book.
December is
Yeah,
not a
December
good
is
time
not
to
a
do
good
it.
time.
I should not do anything other than like blankets and stockinette stitch.
And hats that
Right.
just go around and around and around. He's going to get a hat that's like, it's because, wait, I forgot to stop.
Right.
Okay.
Or it's going to be like this big and it's going to be like, just pull it down over your ears. Just stretch it.
I've already done the terrible sizing with the socks from last year for the clown socks. So this year, I'm hoping it's going to be right. We shall see. I am not making socks because Helen's making the mitts for the brother who usually gets socks. So I don't have to make socks this year. I was very happy. Okay.
Maybe we'll make him socks for, St. Patrick's Day or something.
All right. So shall we do... Oh my goodness. This cat is sitting right here, twitching her tail back and forth and knocking stuff off.
This is not... Nothing is secure. Other than the stupid cat.
All right.
Okay. So on Monday, which was my birthday, Amanda was still here. So we had a self-imposed lockdown because way too much money had been spent over the three of us on Saturday and Sunday.
Way too much.
So we stayed inside, and Amanda had said on Sunday when we were out that she and her husband didn't really have stockings. So I'm like, oh, we'll make stockings because we were at TJ Maxx and she was looking at stockings. I'm like, no, we can make stockings. So we found Missouri Star Quilter's Christmas stocking video and watched it, and we made stockings.
We had such a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Too.
So we had gotten from the Fat Quarter Shop Aurora. It's the Aurora Christmas Fat Quarter bundle we had gotten. So I used that and cut my squares. Look at my stocking.
That is such a pretty stocking.
How cool is that? And it's a very simple thing. Now, we had bought an AccuQuilt a million years ago. 10 to be exact, because
do we figure it was 10 years ago?
I bought it because we didn't know anything. We weren't sewing at the time.
We didn't even have a store.
We didn't
we
even
were both working.
Have the store or anything like that. We were working.
I use that word loosely.
Right.
We were working for other people.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, having the store, and ever since then, we have been working.
Right.
But anyway, go ahead.
And Amanda got engaged, and we were going to make her a quilt. We were going to make her a quilt out of teeny tiny little triangles that were half square triangles.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a half square triangle?
Half square triangle is the way to make
Is
them.
that the word? That's
yeah.
That's the term. Right. So they were half square triangles, and I saw somewhere that this AccuQuilt machine will magically cut all those tiny little pieces for you, so we bought it. We then realized how teeny tiny everything was.
Oh my word.
And then we quit our jobs and opened a shop.
So we bought her.
So we bought her a really much better quilt than anything we could have made. Trust me, Amanda. I know you're watching. Better than we could have made. But we held on to the AccuQuilt because
it has made it
we never get rid of anything.
Like 7 different moves.
Yeah, and we always bring with
us.
us.
Is heavy.
And it's always,
why do we keep
right,
this?
why are we keeping this? We're not using it. We'll cut the things ourselves. We're not really going to use it. Long story long. It has a 2.5-inch square. We have the cartridge for the 2.5-inch square, which is what we needed. So we cut it with the AccuQuilt, so it made it so much faster. Really where I'm going with
this whole point is it was so much faster.
Because it cuts through like 12 layers of fabric.
Yeah.
And so it just cut up the squares very quickly. Then it's 4 squares a row, 8 rows, and then you have the last 2 rows of 3 for the boot, or for the toe. And then I just put a scrap that we had on the back and a scrap for the cuff. And I love it.
It's beautiful.
And this was from my wrapping from my Christmas presents from Mary Beth.
Mine,
Not my Christmas presents, my birthday presents.
I did my first one out of canvas that we had bought to make one bag or another. And I fell in love with it, so I said, okay, I'm going to make this out of this canvas.
He's such a little baby. I love him.
He is. And I lined it with a scrap of fabric that we used for insides of material, or insides of bags from last year. And inside, there's a Christmas tree fabric, which I'm not going to show you too closely because it's upside down, but nobody's going to see that, so. And then again, ribbon from Helen's birthday presents. So that was my first one. And then my second one, I am in the midst of making. I have quilted it. So it's quilted now. I just used scraps left over from bags that we have made over the past couple of years.
And I love how you did that.
Yeah, no, the way it's going like that looks really cool. So that is ready to get, it's been backed for the inside.
So really, you just have to sew it up and put the cuff on.
I have to put the back on, and then
No,
I have
that's
to
what I mean, sew it
and
up,
I have to
yeah.
figure out the cuff. We are using for our lining, for our quilting purposes and
For the
everything.
batting.
We're just using a piece of, I sewed up all around it, I think.
It's the
Um,
yellow that's
flannel.
sticking up.
Oh, there we go. We're just using a piece of flannel, a solid flannel that we got as a remnant at Joann's, and it was big enough to, I think, do all our stockings.
Yeah, it's done all of these and Amanda's.
Amanda did too also. And then this one. So this one is going to be a slightly bigger one. I will put the back on. I have the back is going to be this same material. So I'm going to do that, and then I have to find a contrasting one for the folder over brim. But other than that, this one's almost done too. And we have them hanging in the living room.
And so cool. I love them.
I know, they look so pretty. We've been decorating slowly but surely. We have so much hygge going on in here. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
We've got our peppermint candle going. The tree's plugged in. The mantle is looking fantastic. Oh, people have been sending us cards. It's so cool. Every time we go to the post office, we come back with a pile of cards.
Right.
So thank you so much, everybody. I think as of this morning, we have gotten cards out to everybody who has sent us so far. I do want to say a special thank you to Kayla, who sent us not only a card, but she sent us a package.
Oh, look what you said.
Okay, so she sent us these guys.
Oh, I was going to say
Right.
that for last because they're awesome.
These guys are so cool. Look
Look
at
at his
her
mustache.
in her bathing suit with her ball and her little bathing cap. Oh my God. So there's a lady who comes to...
Pants on.
There's a lady who comes to New Jersey Sheep and Wool, and she also does Rhinebeck and a whole bunch of other things. And we have gotten a couple of her ornaments. Every year we allow ourselves to get at least one. And so we've got, I think, 4 on the tree so far. And these guys are going to fit in perfectly. By the time we're done, we're going to have a whole tree that's just this lady's ornaments. Yeah. And I told her that this year, I told her that every year, as long as we're doing well, we get to buy one, and she got really intrigued by that. So this year we got the researcher. He's all done up in a coat with his bag and everything. But these guys are perfect. So Kayla, thank you so much because I love them.
And they're perfect. And then she sent us this little tin, which is full of bark. And not tree bark, the good bark.
The good bark. The chocolate with the
handmade
pretzels.
bark. And here comes the last county.
This is Dudley. Can't tell the difference because he and
Because God forbid they should have
Tabitha
their face.
look the same almost, but anyway. So
You're getting very risque.
oh, where's my thing here? Okay. Tuck that in.
Thank you very much, Kayla. So
Delicious.
Love the
yes.
ornaments.
Oh my gosh. So anybody who's been sending us Christmas cards, holiday cards, thank you so much. We love getting them, and our mantle is looking very, very festive.
Yeah, it's so fun to
Really
go to the
pretty.
post office and she gives us a stack of Christmas cards.
Yeah. And we give her another stack going out because it's so cool. All right. So we have a couple of things to talk about. And then Wednesday we drove up to Montclair to
That was a joy
do
because
the tree.
nobody bothered to look at the weather.
Yeah.
On the way up. We were driving, we just got off the island. There was a digital sign on Route 72, right as you get off the island, saying, snow squalls expected. Drive carefully in snow conditions. I'm like, snow squalls? What the hell?
We're not supposed to get snow.
Right. So we hit the parkway. It starts snowing.
Only for a very, very short time.
Right,
Very short time.
because we were just turned around. We grabbed my brother,
From Red Bank.
From Red Bank. Then my other brother, who lives in Montclair, says we were stuck in traffic, and had just finished commenting on the interesting color of the sky in front of us, because it was not looking very friendly at all.
Not at all.
So we were looking at the weather, and I get a text from my brother who's in Montclair saying, "Are you stuck in this stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh,
What's that?
is it snowing?" Because we were just commenting on the color of the sky. And he said, "Yes." Oh, he was being funny,
Yeah.
saying, "Yeah, 2 inches." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Should we turn around?" I'm like panicking now.
Right.
And it's just starting to snow where we were. And we were in a underpass, a really long underpass. And in the time that it took us, not a long one.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't even qualify as a tunnel. But we're just coming through, and all of a sudden everybody looks ahead and is like, "Oh, well, that's not good."
It was
It's like you
absolutely
drove over a line, and
gray out.
it was just, you couldn't see. It
and
was
snowing so hard you couldn't see.
And it was a squall. It came, it went. Thank God we were stuck in traffic, so
Yeah.
nobody could do anything stupid or drive dumb.
Yeah.
But then it stopped. We got the tree in for my mom and put the lights on, and we left.
We'll do the final decorating on
Right.
Christmas Eve because that's our tradition.
And the minute we hit the parkway going south, it was just like, "Oh, cool, whiteout conditions. That's fun." Oh, it's pitch black and you can't see, so cool.
It was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
The toadster is good. So it was fine. It was just,
Unexpected.
yeah. We tend to do it that if it's snowing out, we stay inside
Yeah.
because we're delicate flowers. We don't want to be out in that. So I have to tell you though, the cold has come. It is cold out. So we are done up in Woolies because not happy.
Yeah, and we're doing Opera Saturday tomorrow, which is the wind whipping down New York City is going to be fun.
Got to figure out what we're doing for that.
So.
All right. So we have a couple of announcements for the store. I did want to mention that, let's see, do the bags.
We have a new Honora Styles in
Not new styles, new
plaids.
fabrics.
New plaids.
New fabrics, right?
Okay, so this one is Pemberley.
Okay, so
Short handle.
short handle,
Long
longer
handle.
handle. So that one was Pemberley. This one is Outlander.
This one is the Outlander.
This one is, oh, sorry,
That's good representation of the color.
Yellowstone. Is that one?
I like this one.
That one is pretty. And then this one is Brigadoon. Again, okay, all of them have the magnetic snap. There is an inside pocket, an inside zippered pocket. That one has a zipper that matches very well. And then on this side, there is a clip, a lobster clip for your keys. It is a nice big bag inside. So that, and oh, the inside is lined with linen.
Yeah.
100%
100% wool outside, heavily interfaced, and then linen inside.
Right, and 100% leather handles. So these are all listed online. They are $125 for the 100% wool bags. Okay.
This
Oh my
is
God, Helen
so
is
edited.
She's editing everything because we're just, all right.
Okay, so starting Christmas Day, we're going to have a big sale in the store.
End of
Christmas
the year
Day.
sale.
Yeah, starting Christmas Day through December 31st. There will be some discounts. Some things will not be on sale. The Honora bags for starters, any new yarn colors will not be on sale. However, almost everything else will be on sale because we have a brand new theme for the year 2020. So we're bringing in all new yarn colors. So we are clearing the shelves. And you guys have the benefit of helping us do so.
Yes.
So there are going to be some really good deals. So we will have it all set up. It'll go live midnight Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and then run through the 31st. And a lot of the colorways are going away. So it will be a good chance to grab things that you may have been saying that you'll get someday or whatever. But the majority of our current colors are going into the vault for a little bit.
Because, as Helen said, we have a brand new theme for 2020.
Right.
And you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. 2020 is, you may not know this, it's a little known fact. 2020 is the year of the toad. And so, in the year of the toad, we are much more organized amphibians.
So much more.
And we have a whole plan.
Yes.
As I wrote in a blog post today, you're going to hear a lot about our plan.
We have a plan. If we carry out the plan,
Right.
it's going to be awesome.
Right, it's going to be the year of the toad.
Year of
It's
the
just gonna
toad.
be, anyway. So, today we're going to announce the theme for next year. Next week, after Christmas, we will have a separate video that will be dedicated to the first colors that are being released in 2020. Because I know some people are here to see what we knit and whatever. Anyway, so we are going to have a video dedicated just to that. It's going to be a short one.
All this going, tell
I
them
was
what
gonna
the
say,
theme
man,
is.
it's
Tell them.
I feel like Nora last night.
Tell them.
Survivor. Do you want it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The theme is fairy tales.
Yes. Some of you may have already
And-
guessed it. But-
Fairy tales and Tales from the Hollow, because we will have our fairy tales that will be released each month, and they will stay in the rotation. So it's not like a yarn club where it's exclusive. And we will have, some of them will have projects to go with them.
But each month there's going to be a different fairy tale that we choose, and there will be at least 2 colors that go with each of the fairy tales.
Right. And then we will also have more of our little stories that we do, like we did with the Christmas
Right.
colorways. So, because we have one of those already all planned out.
Right.
So the first one we will be announcing next week. We do have a project that goes with those yarns, which was the whole secret knitting that we've been doing. So
We will
that
show
is-
that then.
yes,
However,
and we'll be dropping hints throughout the week on Instagram.
we have dyed the first 3 months worth of colors. So we
Yes.
have picked the first 3. Well, actually, we've picked all 12 fairy tales.
Yeah.
But we have dyed the first 3, and I'm really excited
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're really, really, really good. So if you order some of the yarn, as Helen said, we will release it on the 1st of the month, and then it will be available throughout the year. So it's not like you get it on the 1st and then you can't get it anymore after
Right.
that. It's going to be carrying throughout the year.
For most of them, some of them will not. Survive.
Yeah, we'll see. But for the most part, they're going to go throughout the year. And then we'll be adding in other things as well, like Happily Ever After and Once
Right.
Upon a Time. We have ideas for those too. So certain things that are always part
That
of
are
fairy
fairy tale
tales,
related.
we will have colors for certain things like that as well. And then
Do
we will have the tales from the Hollow as well.
bags to go with.
Yeah. So
So-
we're really kind of excited about that.
Yes.
So that's our theme for the year. And then we have gotten so many comments about how you love when we start talking about what we're reading, which just warms our tiny little hearts, let me tell you. Because
We have very big hearts. It warms our very big hearts.
anybody
Very
that,
big brains, very big hearts.
anybody that loves reading as much as we do, we love to share that with you. So we are doing a
And it's always been very random
Yes.
when we talk about the book, so we wanted it to be more structured. for
So
next
we are going to have a virtual book club. Helen just wrote an entire blog post about it. We're going to have
year. Linked down below.
a virtual book club. We picked 12 different genres that we're going to read books with, and we picked one book for each of the genres and planned it per month. And what we're going to do is, in this blog post, we have listed all the 12 books that we are going to read over the year, and we are going to talk about it at some point during the month. So in January, we are reading The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex Harrow, I think it is.
Yes, it's Laix.
Alix Harrow.
I had I thought I brought it in.
But that's January's book, and we are going to start talking about it. We're going to talk about it over on Crafting with the Toads. Each week we're going to have...
That's our Facebook group.
Our Facebook group. We are going to have a thread opened up so that if you're reading along with us and we say, okay, so for this week we're reading from chapters, say, 1 through 15, we'll be talking about those chapters. So if you're reading along, you can come join in the conversation.
Those are all going to be just, it's not going to be on a video or anything like that.
No,
Those
it's
are
just
going to be like writing prompts where we'll throw out questions. Hey, what'd you think? Da, da,
Right.
da, da. So if you want to come join us on Crafting with the Toads, and then at the end of the month,
we'll have a discussion.
we'll have a
as
video discussion.
what we thought of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys will chime in with that too. So we're going to do that. I know that we listed out all the 12 books so that if you want to get ahead of the game and read ahead, you can. We will be reading other things as well because both of us will be reading more than 12 books next year. Hopefully, knock wood,
I mean, I got at least more than double that this year. So.
Right. I was really, well, no, I wasn't so surprised because I went in and counted, but Goodreads, I've been keeping track with Goodreads, and right now I am at 47 for the year, so I am almost 50. Huh?
You would double me.
Well, I listened to a lot of books
Yeah.
on Audible. Right now we are having a bit of an issue trying to find some place to borrow books. We are part of Ocean County in New Jersey. Ocean County has a phenomenal library system that allows you to share books between libraries, except for the town of Beach Haven, who has decided to be
ornery. They have their own library, and
it's
so
a tiny
our
little library. It's very nice. We
library
love it.
taxes go to that library, not the Ocean County Library, so the residents of Beach Haven. I understand why our taxes do not contribute to that library system. However, I am willing to pay you to let me join, and they will accept my money to physically borrow books, but they won't let us be part of the digital,
Right.
which to me makes no sense.
I want to
whatsoever.
borrow digital books. I want to borrow them so that I don't have to. I don't want to have to interact with anybody. I want to be able to download it.
No, we're happy here.
Oh no! Oh no, not that. No. Okay.
No, I
So
know.
anyway, I want to be able to borrow them on my Kindle and read them and
borrow the audiobooks.
the audiobooks is what I
Yeah.
really want to do. We're part of Audible. However, I go through the Audible credits faster than we get them.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're having a steady sewing
Yeah.
period, you can go through 2 or 3 books a week.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows of a way, we're willing to contribute monetarily to a system to join into a library. If you know, because we're looking at different, I know there are some libraries, or I don't know it. I've read that there may be some libraries where we can just, pay to join them virtually.
We're looking into that. We're also looking into Kindle Unlimited. I do know that is not so much newer books. It's older
Right.
books.
I'm not sure how much fiction they have. And I know it's a lot of self-published books.
So that there's, that's a
It's just
possibility.
how many of those are we going to read each month?
Right.
Based on what we're paying. So
Right. So there's a whole thing. We're looking into different things. It's just, it would be really nice if I could just,
join my
join my
library.
library.
I would
However,
like to support the local library.
we may be going and taking out physical books and just doing it that way.
Yeah, I don't
Because there are
I don't
no
think they do that.
books in this house. At all. Can't even keep a straight face.
Yeah, I mean, here we are. We spent a good portion of the morning talking to the Ocean County Library, looking up other things. There are so many unread books in this house.
It's ridiculous.
It is. None of them made the list.
No. The Nightingale I have a physical copy of.
Okay.
I do have that. So, we also have a really good used bookstore. However, he's closed till April because
We live in the middle of nowhere.
So yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so book club, sale, fairy tales.
Fairy tales. Yeah. We have plans.
Yep. And we're actually following through on a lot of them.
Yep. 2020 is going to be the year of the toad. It's going to be good. So stick around because you're going to want to be part of this.
Yeah. So happy holidays, everybody.
We probably
not
will
be back
not
until after the
be
holidays.
podcasting until after Christmas.
We will go between Christmas and New Year's, but
Also, we have been doing our Yarny Advent Calendar on Instagram Live. So if you check out, not Instagram Live, we started Instagram Live and then that fizzled out because seriously, trying to find the same time every day, it's just,
well, also it's
we just,
our roommates don't do well with live. So
have a lot
we
to
need
say.
to have the
Edit.
ability to stop and edit and redo things. So
Not only the roommates, we need the ability to start over.
we could stumble through it, but you know, if somebody decides to put her 2 cents in, I can't edit it out.
Okay. Anyway, so what we've been doing is in our stories, our Instagram stories, we have been opening up our yarn advent calendar and our 12 days of Christmas that our friend Teresa gave us. So we will be continuing to do that through Christmas. For those of you that are getting that got the advent calendar, thank you so much for sharing them because I love seeing what you're making with them and seeing you open them.
Okay. I'm going to say, shut up, Maribel. It's time to go.
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Go forth and create.
Make something beautiful, and we will see you next week.